Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Body Art. No, 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 no. I mean RJ's Lives. We're not doing body art this week.
Well, I've just got that.
Well, somebody had to say it. It might as well be me. Welcome to our usual panel. We got John from Thrifty Kniffy and Matt from Slip Joint Sawyer, Stephen from Patty's Potato Peelers, and hey, Big J, I see you're there. Fibbit a Bit, Randy's WSG, Mike Curtis, Jersey Knife Guy, uh, Kirby Creek Outfit. All you guys are here in the chat, which is awesome. If I missed anybody, just tell me something. Crispy Critter, I see you're there. Yeah, we're just kicking this thing off, and Tom is gonna be here shortly. He had to stop because he was getting some food. So, but since Tom's having a road trip, it kind of made me think of, it's summertime. A lot of people are taking road trips, and what kind of knives do you take when you travel? What kind of knives do you take on a vacation? And I don't really want to get into all the TSA regulations and all that other stuff. So we'll just assume that you're taking a road trip and that you're traveling by car. You can take whatever you want to take. But what kind of a knife would you throw in your pocket if you're going to go, say, have a family reunion or meet up with some friends or other distant relations that you may not see that often, or maybe you just go on a sightseeing tour and you're just checking out stuff like that. So does anybody want to start, or shall I?
You shall.
Okay. Well, I was thinking, if you're going to go on a road trip or something, a good thing to have, and this one is kind of handy to have, and that's a multi-tool. So you might want to make sure you have one of these in the car. This is the Skeletool, and I grabbed it just because it's visually exciting. Wow, I guess it popped me out of the solo layout there. That's weird. Let's see. There we go. Okay. But yeah, this is a cool knife. It's got the blade here. This is the Skeletool CX. So it has the 154 cm blade. It's the plain edge all the way, as opposed to the one that's half serrated. It is a liner lock knife, but you do get the option of the screwdriver bits in the bit kit. Little bits will work with that. They're little 2D bits. You get a pair of pliers, and you got a little wire cutter there in the center. This one does have some bit storage in it. If you look on this one leg over here, there's a little spot so you can pop another bit in there, one that you may or may not use or find handy. Of course, it's hard to put this all back together while you're on camera and you're trying to talk. It has a little pocket clip on there so you can carry it in your pocket. It also has a nice little clip there and a bottle opener. So, kind of a handy thing to have if you're in the car or whatever.
They're getting harder to find though now, aren't they?
I don't know. I haven't looked for one.
They're getting harder to find over here in the secondhand market anyway.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Tom just sent me a message. He's got a bad connection. He'll try to get on again in about 30 to 40 minutes. So there you go. Hey, Big J, I see you're there trying to prepare. Addicted to Blades 2, Don C. Everybody's rolling in. That's pretty cool. So did you guys have something else you wanted to grab or show or
Well, I was just thinking about travel when you said travel. So came up with maybe not the most genuine of concepts, but I don't know, maybe you going on a long distance drive, so you definitely want to have some sort of a seat belt cutter along with you in case you got into an accident. That could be a life-saving tool for you. So anything with the gut hook. Gut hook makes a good seatbelt cutter, or like RJ had, just have a multi-tool on you with one on there. Don't have one real handy right now, but yeah, that would be awfully important to have
Yeah.
if you were on a trip. But just in terms of a knife that's kind of gets you through everything. It's just any kind of a Swiss Army knife. Pick your favorite.
Yep.
This one here is the Explorer. So if you're trying to read a map or something, maybe that'd be good, right? Navigate. And
Or even trying to read your phone.
yeah. Your kid's toy breaks. You got your screwdriver. And inline one at that with the Explorer. But if you're going to be drinking some fluids, you got your bottle cap lifter there. That could always come in handy. So yeah, it's just a Swiss Army knife. You're gonna get your wife drunk, have some fun later. There you go.
32 years of sobriety down the drain.
Yeah, I forgot about it. You guys that drank too much and now you can't drink anymore. Always overindulging and everything, knives included. But yeah, it's just a wonderful idea to have something like that with you. But as far as like a carry, my personal favorite would be something like this, just to carry along. You don't have to worry about losing it, breaking it. The vacation's going to be over soon when you start pulling that out. And it's got a missing shield, so you don't have to worry about dropping it into the ocean or something like that. So, yeah, Trapper, good travel knife.
Since it's disposable, is that why?
It's a very disposable. Yeah. It's not something you need to worry about losing, really. Cleaning lady steals it from you, when she comes
Probably
in.
the most disposable of knives.
Yeah, 100%. But no, this is one that I sold the shield off of for something else. And yeah, so I just kind of use that as something to carry whenever I want something a little nicer, but not necessarily worried about losing it. So yeah, there's some travel knives for you.
There you
So
go.
there you go.
Nice.
Vacation knives, Patty. That's the topic. Let's stick to it.
Very good. Hey, JB, I see you're here. Welcome. Trying to prepare, says he keeps a Fresnel lens in his wallet at all times. Never know when you need an emergency fire or survival restaurant menu reading guide there. But yeah, that's true. They're very handy to have. That is for sure.
I've carried one for years and I've used it so many times when it was really needed, like a restaurant.
Yeah. Restaurants are like that. They like to use small print, and I think it's because they're trying to hide the prices. But I don't know.
It's when they don't put the prices on, you worry.
Yeah, that too.
If there's no prices, leave. That's pretty much what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Go home and buy a knife.
You know what they say? You have to ask.
Baxter's Blades here too. That was cool that you and JB got to meet up yesterday. But speaking of meetups, we had our big meetup. Tom will have to be here later, but him and Big J were able to meet up yesterday. JB and Andrew from Baxter's Blades, they got to meet up, which is cool. Anytime that us YouTubers get together, that's always fun. And then also we have some bad news. I don't know if you guys saw the post, but Gary from The Last Ranger, definitely a friend of the channel and been a friend of mine since the start of my YouTube career. He's in the hospital right now. So any prayers and stuff that you have, send him some good messages on his videos and posts, because we'll keep him in good spirits while he's down. So hopefully.
Do we know what's wrong with him, or is that private still?
No, he talked about it in the post. He had an infection on his foot, and they had to remove some of the tissue and stuff. And so now they're just going to see how it is if the infection is stopped there, or if they have to continue and have another surgery or not, but he's going to be in the hospital for about a month, he said. So he's going
Oh,
to
that
be,
must have been, that's a fairly nasty.
yeah. So he's going to be gone for a while. He won't be making videos, but you know, go through
I'll
his
send him an email.
go through his past videos, leave encouraging comments and stuff, because he'll get those
Yeah.
on his phone, and
In fact,
definitely
I'm write that down or I'll forget.
okay. Yeah, The Last Ranger is his channel. You know, so he designed my logo for my channel. You know, so definitely a good dude, and he's done that for a lot of other channels too. He's been
Yeah.
very active in the community, and he's a really good dude.
Yeah, I interviewed him on, I done a live, me and him just done a podcast. I was on his channel, I think, actually.
Yeah,
But yeah, he's a nice lad.
yeah, he is. He is definitely. And then I saw right before we started, Tom Ritter had put out a thing that it was Ray, who he had a channel called the Knife Nut or whatever. I guess he passed away, Ray Chelensky. But
Nice lunch.
yeah,
Cool.
so we're losing people, and we got people that are sick, and of course we already got our regular guys that are going through their health challenges with you know, Rick from Warthog and Eric from Slick Slicers, and you know, of course, our own Terrell Schneider. You know, so definitely anybody that's keeping a prayer list, we got a whole big list.
Yeah.
But as we get older, these things happen. That's for sure. So we got to definitely, you know, and of course, you know, Donnie B all day is going through his stuff. You know, just we got all kinds of people that are unfortunately, you know, needing some help and some relief. That's for sure. And if you want to help out Donnie B all day, I know that they got a big raffle going on at Choir Boys Outdoors. Go over there. You can buy raffle tickets, are like $5 a piece, and they're giving away prize packages that are worth thousands of dollars in knives and equipment and stuff. So, yes, Zen, I hear you on that. We're all going to have heat stroke before it's over. I'm going to try to not get that. I have to work after this show. So, yeah.
You're not going to get heat stroke in my place. It's about 14 degrees and miserable.
Yep.
I'm ready to go because
Good old British summer. We've had 45 seconds of sun, and it's raining again now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We've
supposed to be
miserable weather for the last 2 weeks.
It's supposed to be 112 Fahrenheit out here today. So
Nope.
I
You can have it.
I don't know what that extends to in Celsius, but probably over 40.
Yeah, it's about
No,
that.
thank you. You can. I love your gun and knife rules over there, but I wouldn't swap it for the heat.
Well, we have Alaska.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't cut that off.
We're holding on to it just to spite Canada.
Alaska's just a cold Ireland.
There you go. Yeah, 44.4. Thank you, John. Yeah, I knew it was some crazy number like that, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're not going to get to 112, so that's insane.
Yeah, and we have a 50% chance of thunderstorms, so our humidity's on the rise as well. You know,
Nice.
Which usually we don't have thunderstorm or humidity with the high heat. So
Well, the last time I was in California, that whole West Coast, because we traveled right the way down the whole West Coast, San Francisco, San Diego, Long Beach, down into Mexico, Acapulco, and thankfully I was about 19-year-old, so I could stick the heat. But by gosh, it was running between shops. It was just,
yeah,
you couldn't walk on the beach.
no, nope.
So no, it was too hot for me by far.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
But the people made up for it. I'll have to say, I had a ball. And my son's going to get to go there. His boat is going there the early part of next year. He's heading out on a submarine out there, so he'll have a ball.
There you go. Crazy from the heat.
Go ahead, Matt. Do you want to go next?
Go for it.
I guess he wants you to go, Steve.
I mean, I get that impression.
No, I was just asking. Whoa, very touchy.
Age before beauty.
Do you want to go, Matt, or do you want me to go?
Yeah, no, I'll go for it. Go for it. I had to go and collect some more because I was assuming by vacation we'd be going on a plane. But seeing
Well,
as a
you
road
can't-
trip, it'll just be a selection of whatever knife I
You
want.
can guess it's on a plane. That's fine.
That's fine.
What,
So I got
what would
bayonet.
what would you take on a plane?
Snakes.
Bayonet.
Nothing.
No,
Like
I've got a
it.
selection of loads of really different stuff. Some of them have been said already. I've got a
That's
selection
okay.
of sack knives here. This is the
Yeah.
Farmer X, I believe it is, or just the Farmer in the ALOX, because it's got the saw. So if you're going on like a camping trip or something, I thought that'd be a good addition to take. As well as it being ALOX, probably the favorite of the Swiss Army knives. Just that seems a bit more classy than the Celador. Not that there's anything wrong with the Celador. I've got the Real Steel RB5, one that picked up recently that just come out.
Is
Pretty
that
much.
nice, Matt?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's been in my pocket since I've had it, which is about a week, and I never carry a knife for that long consistently.
So it's
Ah.
is it displaced the Luna?
Oh no, never in a million years. The Luna is by far superior, but this is a close second. It's got like easy interchangeable scales. You can just remove this one screw and they just slide off. And then you can just
Fantastic.
slide the new ones
Actually,
on.
I watched your video now that I'm sitting thinking of it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what sort of price it was, but it wasn't expensive, was it?
No, it was. I got it straight from the RSK website. I think it was £50
That's fantastic.
for.
And
you
what's
get-
the
you
deal
get-
again?
Hang on. Let me get my eyes. Where are my eyes?
Probably N690, is it? Or?
Yeah, N690. They do a clip point and a drop point. It's got the normal Real Steel half stop, which is more like a 2/3 or a 1/3, whichever way you want to look at it.
Ah.
Nice snap on it. It's a really nice pull as well. It's probably about a 7 and it locks up really well.
Very nice.
And the G10 as well is really grippy. I
love that purple.
Yeah, there's loads of different colors. I got at the moment when you buy them, you get to pick a free sort of color. It comes in like a standard black. I think there's like 3 standard colors, and then there's a load of other different ones. But I got black, orange, and this purple scales. But there is also on the back of the box, the scales come in. There's a mention of micarta, titanium, copper. So that'll be nice when they release those. I'm definitely picking up some of those. But that's another solid choice for a sort of vacation knife. It's going to hold an edge really well. It's really well made put together.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's really nice. I mean, you should definitely pick one up if you get a chance. Just for even if you only want the one modern traditional, I think it's a really good option. I've got an older Leatherman here. This is one before they started dating them, so I believe it's like late 80s, I think maybe. This is the Leatherman PST, so it's the UK legal with the non-locking knife on it. So all the tools are sort of just like slip joints.
Is that
Nice.
blade UK legal length?
It is UK legal length. I believe it's about 2.5 inches.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So that's something I carry on me quite regularly. Since it's always useful to have a multi-tool, and it came with like a little Leatherman sheath, and there's like a belt loop on the back, which is nice. And something I've sort of started getting into recently, I reviewed it maybe a couple of days ago, is this Viper Aid little pouch.
Yeah.
And I've got a pen, a sack, and what have I got in here? The D2 sow belly from Marbles.
That's a really good choice.
Another one I think would be great sort of travel knife is, even if you just take this one knife, it's D2 steel and you've got 3 blades. That's going to last you ages. You won't need anything else at all. This pouch is pretty good as well. You've got a little slot in the back for all the UK funny money. Enough room for 2 knives. I've got a pen on there as well. That's pretty good. And I'd probably also take something like this as well. I know you've got one of these, Stephen.
Yeah, brilliant. Used them for years. The
little stone and the little pull through it there for any sort of burrs on the blade, but that's a pretty fantastic bit of kit. I'll say that's me done for now, and I'll come back later with some more.
Okay. Those are all very solid choices, and something I didn't think of was grabbing a little travel sharpener. So that's
I mainly picked that up because I like to carry like my Rough Riders and stuff and things like that. And the blade steel, it's not fantastic. It will go dull quite quick. But if you've got a little tiny stone or something like that on you, even if you take like a really small strop, I mean, there's no reason why it won't last you at ages.
Yeah. I done a video not so long ago about the wee pack I made up, and I sit it down by my chair, and at night time, if I need to sharpen my knives top, just give them a strop. I made this wee pouch, really tiny wee thing, and it's fantastic. If you're going away on holiday, you just throw it in, because everything's in there. I've got oil in there. I've got replaceable compound for the strop, but that's the size of the wee pouch. It said it's just about a 4-inch wee pouch. Holds it. I think it was an old a camera pouch, just a wee small one. Yeah. And that's I use it every day without fail, because at night time I always strop before I go to bed. I'll strop my knife ready for the next day, whether I've used it or not. It's just habit.
Yeah.
And so that wee pouch, honestly, for holidays, it's a absolute cracker. So simple to make up yourself, and it's not going to cost you anything.
Before we sort of go any further, I'm just going to do what Tom does and interrupt. Mimo hit 1,000 subscribers today.
I was just going to mention that.
Mimo.
Congratulations, Mimo, our master moderator. Yep, he's done it. So very, very good.
So we'll have an hour-long video with a speech and a good showing of knives.
Something like that.
Right.
No, he puts out a load of I watched most of his shorts. He's got a great selection of knives.
Yes, he does.
Oh, I'd love him to do a video, seriously, yeah.
Oh, here's a good question from Watch City Knives. He wants to know what everybody thinks if the green wax style compound or the diamond paste for your strop. What do you guys prefer?
It entirely depends for me. If I'm stropping up a case knife I've just got, for example, I'd use the diamond because they do come quite roughly ground. But if I'm just sort of stropping every night, I'll use the green compound. It's not quite as abrasive, and it just polished up that edge a little bit. But that's my opinion on it anyway. I do have both, but 9 times out of 10 I'm going to use the green stuff.
Well, I just went back to the Smurf poo.
Yeah, that's why I got that as well. That's pretty good. Yeah,
that's
sure why they call it Smurf poo though. It's not blue, but
Well, mine is. Mine's blue. You buy blue Smurf poo, yeah?
Well, mine's like a really, really, really creamy white. Yeah.
Oh, that's not Smurf poo.
Well, it says it. Maybe it's a fake.
Yeah, it's a Chinese fake, definitely.
It's a Chinese Smurf.
Well, Smurf poo has the real Smurf poo has to be blue. Have I got some here? No, I haven't got anything in here now.
Leave it to Patty to be an expert in.
You are a
polar bears are white, but I don't think their poo is white. So,
have you ever seen a polar bear take a crap?
Have you ever seen a Smurf take a crap?
Yes. Yeah. You have not drunk Jameson's whiskey yet.
Much more likely to see a polar bear poo than to
oh wait, I forgot you got Wee Judd as a friend. Never mind, you have seen us.
I hope he's in here.
Is Wee Judd more of a Smurf or a leprechaun?
He's a like a mix. He's a Smurf-pracon.
Leave my wee mate alone.
You're not wee, right?
Hey, we got to get you back. We have to listen to y'all every week and destroy us.
Well, he's really getting into it. He does love doing his podcast, I have to say. For somebody who's not into, he doesn't want a YouTube channel, he doesn't want Instagram, he just loves that sort of interaction that he gets on watching this live and doing our wee live, and that's, he'll always read up on.
He shows a lot of enthusiasm for not wanting his own channel. I don't understand.
He does, really does.
I think he should come back on our live stream though, for sure.
He will. If you just give him, if you want me to ask him for next week, I'll do it and see if we can get him planned in.
Yeah, certainly.
I'll do that. Good. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a problem. Oh no, he would definitely come back. He really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just,
I thoroughly enjoyed having him on here to talk with and stuff. He was a lot of fun.
I don't know whether it's just the summertime or whatever, or it was the summer period, but his son's been coming down every weekend and staying. And Sunday, him and
Yeah.
the two boys sit about playing the games, and he doesn't want to take that away because they're
Right.
in their 20s, and to get 20-year-olds to play with you is just not, it's a very hard thing if you've been a father.
Absolutely, absolutely. I would not want to take that family
No.
time away from him at all.
No.
And that's why we haven't had a lot of guests on. It's summertime. It's hard to
Yeah.
get people because I get a lot of people that are like, yeah, I want to come on, but not until the weather changes or not until, I got family trips and stuff. And that's all cool. So we'll have people back on as they become available for sure.
Yeah. Sure, Matt never shuts up anyway.
Oh, don't get me started, Stephen.
Did you have anything you wanted to show, Stephen? Or
Yeah, no, I've got a few.
You want to see a new knife I got this week?
Oh, you're ready after Stephen?
Oh, I didn't know if we were still going with the vacation stuff.
Oh,
we were going
yeah, or you can show whatever you want. I mean, that's just our topic, but we can definitely stray.
Let's get some questions from our lovely talk box over here. And
Yeah.
hey, let's do a shout out while we can here. Baxter Blades has gifted one membership to Addicted to Blades. So you just got a 1 month membership.
Nice.
Thank you. Awesome.
Right, when I've got a different route from all of you. When I go on holiday, I don't want work tools, so I wouldn't take them. If you're going away on holiday, no work tools. The person's house that I'm going to will have them. But so I've gone for just, this is a take anywhere for me, a Barlow, just a basic Barlow. And as long as I take my strop or whatever, it does absolutely fine. This is no one tool steel. But again, it doesn't last forever. And I love having a Barlow with me in my pocket. It's just one of my favorite. And I'm doing a UK holiday for the first ones. Then I'm going to do one that's maybe not UK for the second one.
Okay.
This is another knife. If I'm going to go out and maybe walking in the woods and things like that, I'm only going to do a bit of whittling or something like that. What I've got here is the Ace Farley. This is an M390. Lovely little knife, slips in your pocket. You can do anything with it. With M390, it's just the perfect size to whittle or, cut a bit of twig off or to throw at the dog. Well, not at the dog. And then I always like to take a nice knife with me because guaranteed somebody's going to say, well, what knife have you got with you? And at the minute, this is a month now. This is unheard of. I'm still carrying this in my pouch in my back. I absolutely love it. And I would take this with me for just everyday tasks, to cut a steak, anything that's got magna cut. So if I go in the sea, it's not going to bother. Or if I get wet or anything, So it's just a stunning knife. I really am enjoying this. Can't stop using it, literally. And of all the knives you got, a month I've had that in my pocket. And it's not something I would have picked, a year ago, that I would carry that sort of a knife as much. Now, I still have another one in my front pocket, but that's just the main one. And I would definitely take it on holiday with me because it's such an easy carry. So there's 3 for a UK holiday. And I'll do 3 later on for the away day.
Okay. Did you want to show something, John?
Sure. Got to give a shout out to my buddy, Cody. He's a regular watcher, but he's kind of a shy guy, so he doesn't comment much. But he's been in the lives before a couple times. He's a close friend of mine. He had a channel for a while. It was EDC Cody, but he got frustrated with it pretty quick, so it didn't last. But he sent me this little Luna Echo, and it's got the nice, I guess they're titanium handles. And he was having struggles with it right-handed with the liner lock. He was pressing it down and the clip, so he was frustrated with it. So he said, this might be better for a left-hander. And so me being left-hander, and I was happy to oblige. So now I've got 2 little Lunas.
Nice.
And this one's
That's
got the
lovely.
stud on there. And yeah, I did a little work on it, so it's a little easier to open. So Cody, if you want it back, I'll send it back to you, but I'm happy to keep it as well.
Well, now it has massively increased in value since you've actually shown it on my show.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, thank you, John.
All right.
Hey,
Well, the
John.
profiting make
Have a great day.
Not here to profiteer, but maybe I'll have to.
Just
Well,
don't put.
Shout out
don't put
to
the-
John Morse. Just
Yeah.
gave $2 donation.
That's
But, yeah.
awesome.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool little.
Yeah, it is a
We'll
cool knife. I would like to think that if you show a knife on here, it would not depreciate in value, but that's
Oh.
also a possibility.
Well, I did show the jukebox, and I'm sure that no one wants that now. So there's
Nobody
not
wants
always-
that knife. That is hot trash.
There are exceptions.
Hey, what's going on? Richter Knives is here. What's going on?
Richter, how you doing?
Yeah, hopefully you're not dying in the heat also, but I know you're down there in the hot part of Texas. That's for sure.
Richter must be close to 1,000 subs now, is he?
He's over.
He's
done it.
over
Over
1,000. Yeah, yeah. That's our other shout out. Doom Crew is within striking distance still of 1,000. So Doom
As
Crew
well as Ray,
Outdoors.
North Star Knife Reviews, getting real
Yep.
close.
Ray
Yeah,
from North
he's
Star
nudging
Knife
the limit.
Reviews is right on the edge. Who else is right on the edge there, John? Do you remember? I
just
don't.
know
I think
that,
those,
Slippy
those
got
two-
over 700. He's on his way to 8 now. So he's doing
Yeah.
really-
Yep, Matt's doing really good, and yeah, I hear you. He's dying of a heat stroke, but he'll live this time. I'm going to be doing the same. I got to go out and work in the sun, and it's supposed to be 112 out here. So unless the
Also,
thunderstorm happens, then I don't have to work outside. But,
got Singing
We'll see.
Toot. Singing Toad got over 1,000. So
Yeah.
recently. So he's giving a giveaway there. Or if you haven't already entered, make sure you do that pretty quick, because I think today may be the cutoff. So go.
yeah,
with Singing
I think
Toad.
you're right. Yeah, so all kinds of good stuff going on in the community, good and bad stuff.
Yeah, unfortunate. Bad stuff.
Yeah, we could pass on the bad stuff. We have too much of that, unfortunately.
But I would say over the last sort of year, we've had an awful lot more slip joint people in the community, and that's a real
Yeah.
pleasing thing for me.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
me
many
too.
more, and they're just starting to hit that 1,000 now. So hopefully, we're going to see them do live videos and things like that. That'll be pleasing as well.
Yeah. Knives Fast is here, so welcome, Casey. Yeah, and that's the thing. Also, is that I think certainly, I think with myself, with John's channel, we've kind of been, I think, spotlighting a lot more of the slip joint type knives. I think that we've helped some people discover slip joints. I think that
Very
we've
much.
also fostered a lot of new channels to come in and to start up, and to, we give them shout outs. We try to encourage them. And we definitely still will continue to do that, because slip joints are, number one, they're cool. They're timeless. They're just awesome knives. They're beautiful. They're little works of functional art is how I
And
kind of think of them.
completely affordable for wherever you are in
Yes.
your financial system.
They're-
I mean,
Exactly. And they're not super expensive. You can get super expensive ones just like anything
Yeah.
else, but you can get a lot of ones that are, very affordable. They're Singing Toad's new,
it's not only that they're very affordable, they're attractive. Even the cheaper knives. I mean, like you can have a complete collection of Rough Rider knives, and not
Yes.
one of them will look the same. And they've got beautiful covers. That doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't happen.
yeah. That was,
Until that, I think this is the era for it.
that was a couple of the knives that I was going to show. I guess I might as well show them now, because we go on vacation. A lot of times that
Why
means-
is he smiling guiltily at the bottom?
He's dropping knives over there. That's why it's called Slippy.
All right, it's a Rough Rider just dropped in my lap. It's fine.
Oh, well, thank you, Richter. He says this is his favorite live show. I'm honored. But yeah, sometimes we go on vacation. I mean, like this little baby canoe. This is a Queen City. So it's still, I think when I got it, they were right around $20. I think right now they're like $24.95. You get, this really nice little spear point blade. You get the black lip pearl covers, which I think are very
Gorgeous.
attractive. And of
Mhm.
course it has a pin blade on the other side. This is a perfect little fifth pocket, church carry, or you're going out to a nice dinner with your family, or you're at a family reunion. Just a great knife. Another one that is cool is like this little brass lockback, just a Rough Rider one. This guy's still, I think, only about $5 or $6. You get a nice brass handle, a really nice blade shape there, and it's a lockback. It has a little lanyard hole if you wanted to use it for such. Retro Stu, he's got the Queen City Pearl also. He says he carries that a lot on the weekend. And if you want to mix those two, a unique one is this dog leg canoe pattern that Rough Rider came out with. And it has a locking main blade. So that, I think, is a really nice little blade. And there's your lock back on it. And then it comes with a spay blade, but it's not a horrible spay blade. I think it's one that even Matt might find this acceptable. I don't know. What do you think, Matt? You like this one?
Jeez.
No, I do not like that one.
You do not like this one?
No.
I think it's a nice one.
That's
But those are just some cool knives, and another little one when you got the little lockbacks, this little case caliber, super lightweight, nice little lockback, and these guys are still under $20. You can get a really nice lightweight, slim carry. Something that
there's a good depth to that wee blade on that.
Yeah, I mean, check that out. That is super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people say case knives are super expensive, and here you go, under $20 for a really nice, capable knife. I like it.
What is going on there?
Oh, I'm trying to overcome my fear of spay blades. So I'm just gonna
Look,
display
I
it
told
there
you
for the
about
rest-
spay blades is that you don't have to fear it unless Randy has it in his hand.
Oh,
Then you're okay.
now you made me cringe. We got another one to show you.
we love Randy, but that's a awesome comment, Zen, and it's true. If you're not subbed to Steel City, who's Steel City Knives is a newer channel, you're missing out if you're missing his content. He's a really cool channel, and he also hangs out in Slippy's sanitarium over there at the Discord server. So you guys join that. It's a lot of fun. We have definitely different channels and people that are there all week long. If you like to hang out with us on Sundays, who knows, you might like to hang out with us on during the weekdays too. If you're that kind of crazy, then Slippy has the sanitarium just for you. Yeah.
Ward manager.
Somebody had to be. Well, that's a nice looking Stockman there. What do you got there, John?
Yeah, so you're going to be on vacation, right? And you're going to be with your significant other. And if she's
Right.
bought you a knife, what better way to show appreciation than while she's with you to carry the knife she bought you? So that would be one I would carry, so my sweetheart can know how much I love her. And
Oh God, a book.
she would be the one to get the real cuddles. All those other fake ones I just give out for free. But this is this is one she bought me several Christmases ago. Really nice little redhead Stockman that you could get at Cabela's. They don't make these anymore. So
is that right?
yeah, really bright, nice little treasure there.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. It's got
Casey,
3
just to
springs on it.
answer-
There you go.
Yeah, that's nice.
So Buck's not the only one that can make a 3-spring.
That's right. Only Tom believed that.
Yeah, I know, right? Let him believe what he
he also
I don't wanna-
believed that they were the only ones that put the sheep's foot blade on the opposite end from the other blades too. So
Oh no, that's not that uncommon either. But there
Yeah.
you go.
anyways, Casey is asking about our buddy Tom. Tom is on the road this week. He came in right before we started the live. He was getting something to eat. He's going to be leaving the location he was at, so he may or may not be able to join us again. He said in about 30 or 40 minutes, and it's about 40 minutes since we started, so he will be. Who knows? Maybe he'll be here. Maybe he won't. It's hard to tell when you got to deal with all that kind of stuff. So maybe he'll be here, maybe not. He'll be here next week, I think, for sure. Yeah, so it looks like Mimo is putting out the word about the Tempest Jetstream pre-order. That's from our buddy Casey, designs the Tempest knives. So there you go. If you guys are interested in that, go over there and check them out.
I'll have to say one thing about Casey. He's keeping his prices really, really reasonable.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, and you get a really nice original design and everything. It's really cool, and the quality on them is pretty solid.
Get them over in the UK, Casey.
Yeah, that would. If you order it through the pre-order like that, do you think it would come over to you, Stephen? It probably would.
I don't know. It'd be so much better if he had a supplier over here, you know, a company like Moonraker or Heine Haynes that he could get into there, and then you're cutting out all that problem.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's just cut out that way. And yes, we'll pay more for them, but at least you're not having to, will it, won't it, will it, won't it, you know, it'll be there.
Yeah,
right.
Nothing worse than the will it, won't it. That petrifying.
Yeah, it's not fun. The stuff you guys are having to go through, that's for sure. Especially for, you know, what we're looking at, which is just, you know, good solid tools. We're not looking at anything, you know, horrible.
Is this new one a top flipper?
I have not seen it, so I can't.
No, I haven't seen the new one. I've heard of it, but I haven't actually seen it. The trouble is, getting a top flipper into the UK now is becoming really, really. I mean, you can get a thumb stud through, but the top flipper must be more dangerous.
Yeah, well, the thing I think they would like a top flipper because most guys have trouble opening them. So I think that
you know, just an ordinary flipping knife,
right?
You know, a flipper knife, they just, for some reason, they're trying to get them banned now.
Yeah, we were discussing that a little bit on the Discord server this morning. How Heine Haynes has decided to do you guys a favor and remove the flipper from that Boker knife, the Cataclysm.
Catalyst.
Yeah, and so it's kind of crazy. Let's see here. Casey says there's micro bursts at White Mountain Knives as we speak, and he ships all over the place, including the UK. There should be jet streams there in a few months. So, so that's what we were wondering about, you know, because I know in Canada they've removed things like thumb studs from modern designs. They've removed flipper tabs from designs, and a lot of times when they do that, it makes it a knife harder to open because the original design, that was how they were. Knives Fast is he's going to try to find a dealer out of the UK. He'll see what he can do. So
Moonraker is a good one. He'll take anything nearly.
Who's that? Heine?
Moonraker knives.
Oh, Moonraker. Okay. Yeah, Moonraker knives, KC. Try them first. Yeah, so that'd be good. See Patty for details.
There's nothing wrong with Heine Haynes, but they don't take the flippers anymore. No, so Moonraker are no dollars.
Yeah.
Any sort of flippers, nothing like that really.
He says it's a low-profile rear flipper liner lock is what it is.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Moonraker would probably be the better place, I would think. What do you think, Matt? Do you agree with that? Or
Moonraker, yeah.
Yeah. And there
Yeah,
are mamas and papas, sort of. It's an old man and his wife, and they run it,
Yeah,
and they're
it's
pretty
just
good.
two of them. Like whenever if I buy knives from him, I always email him first and stuff, and he's always really helpful. So
Yeah.
I don't see why not. He's a nice chap.
Okay, good. Yeah, so Casey says the microburst is available at White Mountain Knives as a thumb stud deployment. So yeah, that's the thing, is that they're trying to change these crazy laws for whatever to, instead of dealing with the real issue, they go after the tool itself, which is kind of a mess.
But then when they change the designs, they completely ruin like the ergonomics or how it's meant to work. It
Exactly.
just becomes pointless.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's so silly.
And I often wonder and sit here, what happens if they actually do ban knives? With other than just slip joints, how much would that bother me? And it would bother me an awful lot, because I do like to have a locking knife.
Yeah, I agree.
Very rarely would I take a locking knife, but I just like having them as a part of my collection. It would seem bare if I had no locking knives in my collection.
I think I'm the opposite. I only have about 6 or 7 locking knives, and I don't think it would bother me at all.
Right. No, I don't have a whole lot, but I still have about 30, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't want to give any of them up.
Yeah, but when you first started your channel, didn't you had a lot of locking knives and things like that when you started? I pretty much just, when I started collecting, it was just slip joints. So I think that might be the sort of thing. I've got the odd locking knife, like I've got a Buck 110, 112, Concept, Convict, a couple of things like that. But I'm mainly like that one is one of my favorites, John.
Yeah, I'm mine.
You've forgotten it already.
No, I love it. It just sucks. I can't carry it outside my own property. It doesn't make any sense. It's one of the most unthreatening knives ever.
Yeah, I'm the same. I can't carry it either.
No, I also don't carry it outside.
Yeah, it's no good.
No, not allowed.
Do you see that, Patty? Richter's offering to give you a sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, you see when my wife leaves me or passes on, I'll be over. Don't you worry. Keep the bed warm.
Well, there you go, Richter. You better keep that place swept up, because.
And let me tell you, my kids will pay for it. They'll not want to have to look after me. They'll just send me off.
Yeah. I don't even need a place of residence. I'll just buy a one-man tent and come over with my briefcase of knives and just sleep outside. I don't care.
Yeah, I'd probably have to find accommodations for you.
Oh, you gotta stay away from Randy, though, because Randy,
I'm not going to
your basement. Like you don't want to go to. If there's any place I can think of I don't want to go, that's Randy's basement. Because I believe Randy's the only one that goes in and out of the basement. I think if you end up in the basement, you may.
No, I think multiple people.
Others have gone down. They just never return.
Yeah, loads go down. Just only Randy
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Membership is underrated.
Oh no!
This said, Paddy, you can share a bunk bed with Junior.
Yeah, don't go to Tom's house either.
Junior just needs a cuddle.
That's what we're afraid of.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, Junior is something else, man. That guy's got something going on. I don't know what.
I think it might be the fact there's not something going on.
But he has a big heart like his dad.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But that is for sure. It's just, I don't know. For me, I think the unintended consequence of the places that are like getting rid of locking knives is that it's making a bunch of knife makers make modern slip joints, like the one that Matt was showing earlier. And, I think that those are really very cool. I think it's like I said, an unintended consequence is that we are going to get some really cool modern slip joints that have modern materials, be able to swap scales, and it's just, for me, that's a lot of fun because I love slip joint knives. I really do. I mean, I like lock back knives too, but and I would hate to lose the ability to own a locking knife, but I really do enjoy slip joints as part of my hobby and what I use every day.
My thing is, what are they going to do if they cancel all these knives out and nothing changes? Will somebody finally realize it's not the knife? That's what I would like to know. Or will they find another reason to blame an object?
Well, it's like that movie. I forget what movie it was about, the one where Nicolas Cage was an arms dealer and stuff. And I'm paraphrasing, but he made the comment that if Cain hadn't found the jawbone of an ass, somebody would have sold it to him. And that's kind of where I go to, is that I mean, people have been killing people anywhere, and even if you look at the criminal statutes and stuff that the FBI keeps, more people are killed with hands and feet than anything else. So it's not the tool, it's the person that's inflicting the damage and the criminal that's doing that. Because if you're a normal person, you're not going out and being in those situations, and unfortunately. But yeah,
the trouble is, we're actually voting the people in who come up with these ideas. The sooner we get somebody who's going to come to the...
That's the other thing. It's a lot. Oh, go ahead, Slippy.
I'll rule the country. I'll make it better.
Yeah, somebody did say you were a queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing, especially because I know from being in California, a lot of times it's not actually the people that are voted in, but the bureaucrats that run these different departments of the government that aren't elected, that they're appointed, and they come up with these regulations and they come up with these rules and stuff. And then when you get stuff that's actually a law, the senators here go nuts, and they're going to go after everything they can. And it's crazy because I'll get alerts on all the different things that they're bringing to Senate committees or representatives committees and stuff. And for the most part, a lot of this stuff fails. It dies in committee, but it is, it's just nuts. I don't know why they do the things they do. I think a lot of it is pandering to their donors and stuff like that. And that's another big part of it, is the lobbyists and the donors. People are doing what they can do to keep those dollars going in. So
you're nearly better being in a minority.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Ken, I see you're here. The girls have been watching the whole show. That's awesome.
Hey, girls.
The Three Stooges.
Slippy for president 2024. There you go.
Yeah. But back onto they're releasing more modern sort of slip joints with this. Back to this, like the fact they've made the scales interchangeable. You can do it within like seconds. You can change the color of your knife like immediately.
Yeah.
It's literally like on a set of scales here. It's just literally one screw. It just sort of slides off, and then the new one.
It's a brilliant concept.
It is.
New one slides on, and then I drop the screw.
Because you're doing it on camera and trying to do it fast.
Yeah, that's it. Done.
Yeah, check it out. And if you bought another one of those knives, you could have the same colorway.
Yep. I know Retro Stu he's bought one of each. He's got the clip point and this sort of drop point.
So effectively, you've got 8 knives.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But I really urge anyone to go and get one. They're fantastic for the price you pay for them. It's sort of like a modern interpretation of a Barlow. It does come with a pocket clip if you want it, but mine disappeared. I know Retro Stew's pocket clip disappeared as well. John, yours has disappeared, hasn't it?
Well, if you'd let me look, I'll show you.
Well, I mean, RJ's in
Get your face off the screen, stingy.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. Matt
No,
was-
not you. It's him. He's hogging the show. Yeah, that's the red-handled scales one. Same exact knife. Just
yeah.
took the
I
flip off
like
on
that. How much is it over here? For one of those?
What did I pay? I think about
$60?
70 after shipping and everything. So it's not, the most affordable, but they have that N690 they're using on the blades. So it's not just your ordinary blade steel. What do you think of that 1/3 stop?
It's excellent.
What do you think? What are your thoughts on that, RJ?
My thoughts on it are that that's actually pretty different, but it's kind of cool in a way. I mean, it is different.
I've thought about it, and I think it's safer than a half stop.
Yeah.
Because if you have your hand up here
Yeah.
and then it locks up just there, it's not coming up far enough to hit your forefinger. Right?
I think that is a good idea.
I have so rarely had to rely on a half stop that to me it would be irrelevant whether it was there or not. But I like the sound of a half stop. I don't particularly. The function is either near there.
I don't think I've ever had a slip joint slam down on my fingers ever.
I have one.
With them, but that's just me being an idiot.
I've seen Patty do it on camera.
Yeah, I have done it in wood where you go into a bit of wood, it gets stuck, and if you're not thinking like a normal
You
person,
just pull it
and
out.
pull out,
Yeah.
you get there a nice lovely gash. But it's been so few. I'm never gonna. I honestly have cut myself more on locking knives than I have on slip joints. That's the truth. Much
I don't know
more.
if yours is the same, John, but this is some of the grippiest G10 I think I've ever had as well.
It's insane. And the thing that's kind of interesting about it is that it's more aggressive as you get back behind what the little faux
Yeah.
bolster there. There's a little line that deviates, and then this back here is more grippy than up here, which is nice because if you're working up close.
Well,
then
that's how
you don't
a
want
true
that-
Barlow would be anyways. Because
Exactly.
if you had a nickel silver bolster, there'd be no grip there. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's a cool design. I like it. Like I said, that's to me one of the things that's kind of cool is that with the unintended consequence of this is that we get some really neat slip joint knives that maybe never would have been born if the necessity wasn't there. But that's always the thing. There you go. And everyone's discussing quiches and frittatas. Anybody have an opinion on those? I love both.
Yep. Quiche Lorraine, 10 out of 10.
Yep. Quiche Lorraine is awesome. I agree. That's
Fancy
my
food
favorite.
for vegetarians.
Quiche Lorraine's
What's that?
got bacon. in it.
Who's a vegetarian?
Anybody who eats quiche Lorraine,
Well, they're a really bad vegetarian, which has got bacon in it.
that's not enough to count. There wouldn't even be a slice of bacon. But it wouldn't count.
Are eggs considered vegetarian dish or not?
They are in my head.
Not in mine either.
They are in mine. Red meat.
There you go.
Ramen noodles over here. That's all I can afford now.
Ramen
They're buying all the
noodles.
knives.
I know that
Yeah.
pain. I said to
That is so bad. I mean, ramen noodles they're not even okay every once in a while. I mean, I'm so over having any kind of ramen noodles.
I love
Sorry.
them camping.
Yeah.
Macaroni and cheese then. Sorry.
Macaroni and cheese, that's white people food. I can't eat that.
Oh. Canceled. We're done. See you later.
I also don't want to be part of anything that's going to mention this. I'm just going to look away and pretend it was not said. I'll look over here.
I'm with RJ.
Oh,
I'm
my
the same as
Caucasian
Mr.
brother.
I also said sort of no more knives to buy this month. I was like, I want to try and save a bit more money, and then I ordered more knives.
Is that so you can stop eating ramen noodles?
Yeah, but it might be getting to the point where I can't even eat ramen noodles.
You'd have to.
Tell me,
You'd have to change.
are
you'd
you
have to
still
get the-
collecting? Are you still on your sack collection, Slippy?
Yeah, still going, still picking up bits and pieces.
Well, I'll give you a wee text tomorrow or something. I'm gonna let go of a few of my really nice ones. There's a lovely one I think will suit you. It's got the car on it, the old car
Oh, yeah.
on the
Yeah.
scale.
The Grand
I've
Prix.
got a few nice ones like that. I'll give you first refusal,
Thank you very much.
but you'll have to give me prices for them because I have no idea.
Oh, don't ask me. 50p.
I'll ask you. I'll ask you. He'll make sure you get them cheap. He just doesn't like me at all, that fella.
Did you ever post my knife?
No, do you know, John? Do you know? Right, guilt now.
I was getting worried.
Freaking forgot.
It's okay. I just didn't want it to be lost.
No, you're better telling me anyway, because I'm blooming useless. Where is the bloody thing now? Oh,
He's
there
trying
it
to
is.
package
You
it
never
up.
showed me the whole knife yet. I don't know what it is.
No, I'm not going to. I put it back in the drawer. It's there now in my hand. It's sitting there. It will go tomorrow.
I'd probably remind him tomorrow as well.
Huh?
Tomorrow.
Remind you
Do
tomorrow.
I need to remind you tomorrow as well?
Yeah, you better, because I'm.
I was kidding. Oh my god. Put a note on it. There you go. One of these. Stick it on there.
What's them little things on that paper?
What's this? Letters?
There's mark. Oh, it's letters. Is that what they call it? I just thought it was mark. My exes look nothing like that.
Well, he wasn't trying to duplicate your signature, Stephen. It's
No.
okay.
Write it in your own scribble. You're the only one that has to read it.
Well,
Right, I'm going to talk about knives now. I've been embarrassed to talk about knives.
there's been a very upsetting comment posted. Sorry, Paddy.
Oh, no.
It seems MB_EDC is on a knife buying ban.
That's
Wow.
a bootable offense there. See you later,
Yeah.
MB.
What is wrong with you? How can you
No,
how can you call
I know
yourself
it's a pain. I've had
Yeah.
to go through months sometimes. It's not fun. Oh, I suppose I should show why I'm so broke, huh?
Yeah. Why are you so broke, John?
I'll show you.
Okay. We're waiting.
I didn't have to go far. It's been in front of the TV because I've been
Dicking about with it.
yeah, trying to think of the kind way of saying it, but yes. There you go. Not what you might have expected there.
Yeah, I was
Well,
surprised when you showed that earlier
The
this week.
blurple.
I forgot.
It's a good knife. It's easy to love.
That's
Is it?
the Para 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you? And you have a PM2, right?
I do.
And
But
so,
everyone
you-
kept telling me that the 3 was more EDC friendly and I should get it.
I still stand by that.
Yeah. So I can't say I disagree. It's just a lovely knife.
The only thing I don't like is that pocket
And
clip.
while I don't really like the look of the clip, I have to say that I think it would be for a left-hander more comfortable than a deep pocket carry. So I'm just going to leave it on. I know a lot of people would maybe disagree with that, but just because of the way I hold it, you can see how that fits down here on the pinky. It doesn't hurt the pinky. And if I have a deep pocket carry, it has a tendency to be pretty uncomfortable on a firm grip like that. But S110V CPM.
Good choice. Good choice. That's a lovely knife.
You got the blurple handles.
It's
Blurple.
definitely purple.
Yeah, blurple. Yeah, it's easiest to see the color when the light shines kind of through it, but looks a little dark under these lighting conditions. But
So Richter wants to know which one you like better, the Para 2 or the Para 3?
man, it's tough. But if I was forced to choose, I'd say the 3, just simply because I know I'd use it more.
Yeah.
But it's tough to beat the 2 because it's a brute. It's a really good knife. But they're both really good. It's unfortunate that they cost what they cost, because I think that's a boundary to a lot of people's buying. I think newer buyers particularly.
It's just one of the things that's putting me off a bit. I'd love to have a PM3, like after we were talking about the other day, John, but for me to spend like 145 quid plus on a knife I'm not going to be able to carry outside my house seems a bit pointless.
Yeah, exactly. It's unfortunate. I just wish they were a little more affordable, but I suppose, I mean, you can still get into a Spyderco. You're just not going to get that blade steel or the top end knives from their company, but you can still buy like a Bird or even a cheap Delica or whatever,
Yeah, I've got the UK PK. That was my sort of replacement for something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I have to say, now I got the Sage there. I had the Para 3 and I got the Sage now, and it's a liner lock. And I actually really prefer just a simple liner lock. I still have I can do the finger flick I want, but 9 times out of 10 I do that. I just lift it out and open it up.
You don't think about it. You just do it like that out of
habit.
habit.
Because I'm used to using slip joints, so just do that anyway. Now, there's times I do it. If I'm sitting in front of the TV, I'll flick, but if I'm actually going to take it out to use it, it'll probably be like that then, just as I normally do.
Yeah, I was definitely fidgeting with that all day yesterday. So.
Yeah, they're a lovely fidget. And I think the Para 3 is a nicer fidgeter than the Para 2. I think
absolutely.
The 2 is a bit big.
Yeah.
Especially the handle on the Para 2.
If you start losing, you're not paying attention to what you're doing. A lot easier to hurt yourself with the 2 than it is the 3.
Yeah.
And if you're worried about missing a Para 2, get the Ganzo.
Yeah.
Equivalent.
Absolutely. Oh, do you have one?
Yeah.
I don't have one like that.
There's a Ganzo equivalent.
Yeah, let me bring you up so we can take a look at that.
Very similar, but it's got an axis lock and the handle's a little bit shorter. You can see the blade ratio looks 10 times better.
Yeah, longer blade.
And this is the 440C. Absolutely got a sneak up, absolutely perfect.
What's the model number there, Patty?
It is, I think it's 729. Let me just get my spectacles. Extender. G729.
Okay, so the 729. I wonder if they're making that still, Ganzo.
I mean, it's honestly, it's flickable wise, it's absolutely every bit as good.
Yeah.
Just perfect. And I like the axis lock.
Yeah. So you can get the really low end Ganzo 759, which is similar to a Delica.
Yeah.
16,
that was it. This is in my going away knife. There it is there. Another amazing knife, 440C, costs about $10. It's just
that's
fantastic little knife with a back lock. Come on, you teeth. And just a lovely knife. Really nice.
And the 729, more like the Para 2, is $22. So yeah, they still make them.
Yeah, they still make them. I mean, I've had that for 6 years, at least. Well, actually, a bit more probably in 6 years. It's fantastic, super nice. I don't use it much now, but I did in the past when I first had it.
Right.
Again, I don't beat knives up, so they're never going to look all battered, and I'm not going to make them look it just for the sake of it.
No, same with me. I just use my knives. If they get beaten up, they get beaten up. If they don't, they don't.
Right. Yeah, I think that's it. Everybody uses them different. Of course, when you have a YouTube channel and you're reviewing a lot of knives are passing through your hands. So it's not like you're, in the old days when I would buy a knife and then I'd keep that knife and use it every day for a year and a half, 2 years before you go get another one catches your eye and stuff. So it's different.
I think that's why I've been bringing my knife quantity down, because I want to use more of the knives that I really like. Like, to be able to put that in my pocket for a month, it's just unheard of. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Now, I'm getting near the stage now where I just want something different for the sake of wanting something different. So, I mean, that's going to come out, and I've got a bigger pouch, and I'm going to carry my 71 in this. This is my Knipex pouch. It's got the belt loop on it, and I'm going to be using it for my bigger knives.
Yeah,
it's actually perfect for the 71. Just disappears in there, and that's all you see in your pocket. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Love that. Really love it. So that will probably. In fact, there we go. I'm going to change over right now. Yes, I'll change over right now, and we'll do that.
Matt's over there fidgeting.
Yep.
I can't help myself.
I don't blame you. What do you got there, Matt? What are you fidgeting with?
I went and got this UKPK.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
And,
Tiny hands.
Yeah, this is
how do you like that one?
the drop point blade, because I wanted something a bit different to the leaf shape. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I really like it.
That's my favorite of them all.
And I like the wire clip. I know everybody. It's some people like it, some people don't, but I like the wire clips.
Yeah, I think the wire clip on the Spydercos is great. Yeah, it is deep carry minus the tiniest little bit at the end. It doesn't move around too much, and it's got decent retention. And this is in S30V, and it's got the H on there for the Harley Haynes.
Yeah.
That's a really nice knife. It's one I don't use as much as I should, but I think that's only because I'm more obsessed with traditionals. But it's just one. It was an itch I had to scratch, which is why I got it.
Again, that's something that they made in response to the laws over there. That's a model that wouldn't ordinarily be made. And I've been looking at getting one of those, even though any Spyderco is perfectly legal. Where I'm at, I could get any of them. It doesn't matter. But just because it's a unique slip joint,
their slip it thing, which is what they call their slip joint thing, is fantastic. The tension on it is great. It's not like, it doesn't sort of like give unless you put a lot of force on it. You got to push it quite hard to break that.
Yeah. Well, plus it's got
the half stop as well, and
it's got that finger choil in the front, so you would feel it if it started to.
It's not going to close on you. It pinches on your finger before anything else happens.
Exactly, which is a great design feature.
Yeah, you can see how much I love my Spyderco clips.
Yeah,
there ain't any. I just take them off because I find them more comfortable without the clip. I do not like that wire clip. It always lands in the back of my hand here, and after a couple of minutes of work, it's digging into you, and I just
Did you want
that one all the way Dragonfly? But that's a great going away on holiday knife.
Oh yeah,
I got a super little knife for going away on holiday, as is the K-Bar, the K-Bar Dozier in D2. Right. If you want a wee bit more blade retention, that's what I'll take. And then the other one is the wee Ganzo. I'll take that. I do like the liner lock on the Sage. Look at the access to that little bar. Isn't that just fantastic? I mean, you can nearly get 2 fingers in there. Beautiful knife. I'll show you. Look, the access to the bar. It's so much room in there. It's not as if you have to, in the dark, you wouldn't have to struggle.
Yeah, struggling in the dark is something you know about.
Oh.
But I'm pumped. Did you want to show something in that slip, John?
Yeah, I was just going to show that RB5 slip fits in there, a medium slip from Rough Rider. Not that you need it necessarily, but it does have a really good fit for that particular knife. So I always like to just kind of size them up, see what works best.
Yeah.
And just kind of use them for sizing guides. But Rough Rider medium slip.
Sorry,
but I'm digging this. I'm digging this blade. That was a tough choice between that and the clip, but I think I made the right choice.
I think
Yeah,
so too. I think
It's
when I get
lovely.
one, I think I'll do the same. Yeah, those are really cool.
Oh, sorry, I'm just undressing.
Okay.
It's beginning to
We're
be a
getting
bit.
ready. We're getting ready for the body art again. Is that what it is?
No, I don't fancy carrying the. I don't know whether I can. No, I think around the house I don't fancy the big one. I have to find another knife that fits in my small carry one that I carry my wee bear in. It's only a wee tiny one, but I need a knife that's going to be nice.
Don't encourage him, Andrew. Don't encourage him.
Full frontal.
Oh goodness.
I used to get paid. I used to get paid £5 and 2 pints of cider if we got up on the stage. In my daughter's home.
Fortunately, the tip jar has been retired for this episode.
Okay, I find since Richter's in the house tonight, I'm going to carry the
He's
the
gonna
case
love this.
buster in my little one. There we go. Hello. Yeah, that'll do. I'll do that. I'll try that for a while.
Oh no, can hear money.
I'll pay you not to.
Look, there's one thing about it. I'll always make you look good.
One way or the other. Every time you carry that Bexar, you make me look good. Or the bear.
Yeah, however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah, the bear. Texas bear.
Yep.
The Bear County, I think, is what it's from. I'd have to look up how they pronounce it.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's how
where it's
they-
from.
Yeah, Bear County.
Oh, sorry, love. I'm just putting my trousers on. What? It's men in the channel. Only men. We can't tell.
Well, I carried.
I'm going to stay fully clothed till you go.
We've paid him to stay clothed.
Are you all right, honey?
I'm just tired.
Okay, love. See, my wife had to run the young lad up to the airport there. He's come back. He was over for a couple of days holiday, so
All right. I got to take a quick
he's
break.
going
I'll
to
be
bed,
back.
so I'm
in
not in a
2
rush.
minutes. So say what you will about me while I'm gone.
Okay.
God, isn't that TK guy annoying?
I'm telling you, it's the
I can
wonder.
still hear
that,
you.
oh no, he didn't put down the headphones.
He's that bored. I can't think of anything to say about him.
Oh my goodness. Well, while he's gone, I'll show some knives. How's that?
That's a good idea. Let's get off the topic of full frontals and show some knives.
Yeah, there you go. Well, since it's a road trip show, I would be remiss in not showing the roadie from Uncle Henry, which is a fine little knife, fine little slip joint. It's got the little bail on there, so you can clip it on the thing. Yes, it's a TK trap for sure. NFK 20 is carrying his gator today. That's cool. But yeah, that's a cool little knife and a retro knife that I think is really cool is this little guy here. I forget the model number. Maybe it's on the blade. Let me see. But I was sent this little Kershaw. Yeah, it's the K61. So you get this nice little pen blade, and then for your secondary, it's a cap lifter screwdriver.
That's a cool little blade.
Yeah, these are cool little knives. They're still available on the secondary. Kershaw made these, I think, back in the 70s. But really nice retro kind of a. You get a little piece of wood, and then you got the little body of the knife. Which is all stainless.
Yeah,
I think that goes back to sort of that it goes back to that Moki look, you know, the Moki knives.
Yeah.
They had a bit of wood or something. Very similar to that design.
Exactly. And another little knife that I think gets overlooked a lot is the old timer Mighty Mite. You know, and these are
Is that
actually
the
a
line lock
locking
kind?
knife. Yeah. It's got a little liner lock on it. Really handy knife, and with the liner lock, you get a little bit of security, but definitely a really nice old timey, you know.
How
knife.
does that compare in size to the Rhodey or the PAL?
I will show you. The Rhodey and the PAL are pretty much the same, except that the Rhodey has a thicker handle. But when you compare these bolster to bolster, the Rhodey is just slightly longer, but you know, both of them very, very capable blade shapes. You know, it's and then the Mighty Mite is a little bit shorter, also in the length of the handle, but great fifth pocket knife. You know, and those to me are the kind of knives that I gravitate to if I'm going on a road trip. I kind of leave the larger knives back at the house, you know, so it's just my own choice, you know.
Yeah.
I think
There's
if I was going to do anything
Steel City knives in there, RJ. Sorry, before you go on to that, do you prefer the old Staglon or the new Staglon?
I like both. I don't really have a preference. The older one is a little more yellowish. The new is a little more white. Time will tell if it gets any, you know, yellower with age. But I think both of them are fine. I do like these little Swiss Army solos too. They're just an awesome knife, and perfect. You know, nice and thin, slips right down in your pocket.
Yeah, I got a couple of those. One lives in the car. I've got one like in a pack I take if I go cycling. Just they're fantastic little knives.
Exactly. Yeah, I do. Oh, John's back, so stop talking bad about him. But
you were talking about the Mighty Mite. I was smiling from ear to ear.
That's awesome. You know, I wouldn't have known about the Mighty Mite if it wasn't for TK. He showed that knife to me. I didn't even know it existed. So that was very cool.
You don't see another small fifth pocket carry?
I absolutely do. Yep, I saw your video on that this morning.
I love that.
Which is a nice way to begin my day with a cup of coffee and a fresh video from TK.
Well, thank you. This is one heck of a bargain, I thought. Shepherd Hills was offering this for $25.
No-brainer deal, that is.
That's just that was too good to be true, I thought. But so I just snagged that right up with the order.
Yeah,
and I got this. Well, you can see it better if I change my focus. Little license plate here. So between that and that, it was a nice little red order for TK.
Yes, sir.
I like how that peanut single bladed as well. That's really nice.
Yeah, they just went with the single blade with the Zippo offerings.
Yeah,
red synthetic, and it's all branded Zippo. So pretty neat. Little 20 pattern. If you're familiar with the 20 pattern. So,
yes.
Cool little fifth pocket, easy to carry, be good for a trip. So
absolutely.
I'll tell you what I got this week that I haven't had, but I just seen it there in the box. Let's bring it out. I got the Pilar. Somebody had done a trade with this fella, and he ended up just sending me the knives for the channel. I didn't want anything, but I have this wee Pilar is such a lovely knife. Now this is the Heine version, so there's no it's no half stop or no lock. Sorry, good gosh, Stephen. There's no lock on it. But it's a super little box opener. When you think of the knives that have spawned from this shape, a lot of the new little sort of knives like this, they all came from this shape. Was it the F1? What is that knife? It costs about $250 for it, but it looks so similar to this. It's an F1 or something, is it called? Anybody recognize it?
No, I don't.
But I just think they're a super little knife. I've forgotten just how nice they are. I had a metal one before and it was just a bit cumbersome. This just is super, super knife. Does anybody know what the blade steel was? It 8CR that was on these wee things from Heine?
Either that or 12C. I can't remember which one.
No, I can't remember what it was. But I have to say, super little knife.
The only thing I don't like about that one is it was tip down carry only.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I had the clip off it. I would just throw this in my pocket.
Yeah.
I had no clip on it, so
Yeah.
Literally as a pocket dropper. But I agree with you. I don't particularly like tip down.
I've pretty much gone off pocket clips in general since I've become a bit obsessed with traditional knives. They kind of annoy me a bit, to be honest.
Yeah, I just, to be honest, I like the slip. I like carrying a knife in a slip, or like a wee peeler. I'll just throw in my pocket as it is. But even some of my cheaper slip joints, I'll put in a slip, not because it protect them. It's just I like to have it in there, and it's less likely to fall over on its side when it's in a
It's the
slip.
experience, isn't it? It's all
Yeah.
part of the experience. Yeah.
Yeah, slow down.
I'm exactly the same. I'd put like a Rough Rider Barlow in a slip the same way as I'd put my Jackwolf knife in a slip.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter either way.
Yeah. Now, I wasn't always like that, I'll have to say, but I'm definitely like it now. Oh,
I was going to show this for Zen. He said he hadn't seen the Swell Center on the channel before.
Yeah.
I had shown this, but it's been quite a while back since I got it. But this is their last year's vault pattern, and the cayenne bone Randall jig.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Is that got the double X bolster as well?
Yeah, it has that double X on there. You see that? Let me see if I can get the
Yeah.
light right. Yeah, there you go.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But I'm a bit surprised they're doing another small knife again this year.
That seems all they've been doing is smalls.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I'd love a single blade larger knife.
How do you?
that Swell Center Jack? If they'd have made that the medium instead of the small, I think it'd been fantastic. It just seems a
I'd
bit.
been all over it. Yeah.
How does that compare to the Peanut? Their TK.
Oh, in size? Let me
Yeah,
kind of compare those side by
I think
side.
the Swell Center's slightly larger.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger, for sure. Get these lined up in my hand here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's about a bolster bigger, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's about the size of a GEC 14, isn't it? It would be something similar to that.
Pretty close, yeah. I think 14 probably fall between the two, actually. So, yeah.
Oh, it's a nice wee knife. As you said, I think Slippy got it right. I think if they were in a medium size, I would definitely be all over them.
Yeah, that would be, if that was bigger, that would have been a phenomenal.
Wouldn't it? And this year's model as well, if they had a medium in it, they'd definitely been all over it.
Yeah, I'm actually going to buy a larger Congress just to have, because I don't have a larger Congress yet. So
I have the medium size one that Rough Rider do, and it's a lovely knife.
Yeah, I've got a medium one as well.
I hate politics, so I'm banning Congress.
There you go.
We'll see you later, NFK 20. He's got to go. So
And I think Zen's got it right. I mean, making them smaller means they're not having to. It's easier to watch the quality control.
Yeah. Well, it's more affordable, and they probably make a higher profit margin on the meat the smaller now. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be too.
But
yeah,
we've kind of caught on to it, Case. So step up your game next year.
We're on to you.
Did any of you see the new the new Queen knife?
Oh, the Trapper, The one, the
big-
American made one.
The big one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lovely big knife. Too big,
Yeah.
but lovely
It's
big
too-
knife.
Yeah, I agree. It's too big for like an EDC, I think.
Yeah,
But what I was really pleased with was the fit and finish of it. The couple of reviews I've seen seemed to be absolutely amazing. And I didn't think after we got that dope knife that they brought out, the same company made it with the same machinery. I mean, it was terrible. I just didn't. It was so many bad reports. And I was frightened that when they brought the actual Queen out, that they were just going to have that same fit and finish. But that looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Mr. Barlow's got a couple of them, and I watched his video on them.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Do we know
Yeah.
if Bear and Sons is doing those? Is that who's doing them?
No. It's the you know the ones.
Oh, the
Wheaton
Wheaton
Co.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that I think it's a father and son, is it, that they've taken? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But they're using all the Queen machinery.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I have to say, I was really pleased with that. And I hope the
Now-
next time we'll bring a
Now I
better
know what
size.
you mean by the first releases that were a little rough. I remember what you're saying.
Yeah.
now.
The control was very bad in the first few that they brought out.
Yeah.
Some were absolutely brilliant, and some were appalling.
yeah.
But nice to see if they bring a nice smaller one out, even a Canoe or a Barlow. A Barlow would be lovely to have, a new company with a Barlow would be absolutely lovely. And make it in a single and a double blade while you're doing the pattern, you may as well.
I wish more companies would just make traditional Barlows and just make everyone
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Well, Zen says they did a large copperhead case a couple of years back for their vault pattern.
Yep.
What year was that, Zen? do you
That
know?
was 2020 was the Copperhead, I believe, or 2021 was it? No,
Yeah, I got the 2019, which was the Barlow.
2019
Yeah.
was a Barlow.
Is that the one?
yeah, the Copperhead that you have, the one that you showed in your
Okay.
Yeah.
video.
Okay.
Yeah, I have some. I didn't grab any today, but I have like 4 of them. I really love that knife. I think it's
Yeah, it's skinny. That's my only thing, but it's very comfortable in the hand. It is very comfortable.
Yeah, I
Mine
love
had a wee, apart from had a wee factory flaw on mine. I got this for a fella, and he showed it to me when I bought it off him now. So there was nothing on him, but there was a wee chip of the wood out there, and I don't know whether it came from the factory like that. I have no idea. But he said no, he hadn't put it on. So, but lovely knife, I have to say. That's what I bought that turquoise one, but it's the double, and I really like it in hand. That's this one here with a big Warncliffe. I adore this one. This is beautiful.
yeah,
I got the two blade, the big pen blade. Like it's nearly a full size pen blade in most other knives, or full size spear. Really
Yeah.
good size. So I've really enjoyed that.
So that was what. So 2018 was the Doctor's Knife. 2019 was the Barlow. 2020 was the Pocket Hunter. 21 was the Copperhead. Okay. And then 22 was the Swell Center. And then this year it's the Congress and the Small Congress or Half Congress. So there you go. That's the vault pattern as we know it so far.
I just think they maybe ruined the series by doing too many small ones.
I don't know.
No,
I mean, small knives have their appeal.
oh,
it's just
no doubt.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say. And then I don't know traditionally a lot of with their old patterns. I mean, obviously the Pocket Hunter was the small hunter, but I don't think the Barlow was smaller than what they made as a Barlow.
No, that was
Anyway.
just standard Barlow
Yeah, it's a
size.
standard Barlow size. And then you had, the Copperhead was the normal Copperhead size. And in the Swell Center Jack probably that 3-inch knife was probably always a 3-inch knife. I don't know. We'd have to go back and look at the history of the patterns that they have. But it's kind of, it's really interesting. I mean, they have so many old patterns, like with the Peanut. I was looking at the history of those, and that's one of their 1915 patterns. So it's been around forever, and it's still, basically the same as what they had. Same thing with, a lot of their different Stockmans and stuff like that. So they had the different kinds of Stockmans, the 18 and the 47 and stuff. That those are all, pre 1915 models also. So those were always those sizes. So I don't know. We'll just have to see what they bring out.
I think that my sad thing is with doing that sort of a run. I appreciate they can do that sort of a run for the collectors to get a lot of different now, all the patterns. But why do they shut off something like the Barlow? Why would they shut that off? You can't buy it in between it. That's nonsense. That does not make sense, because somebody coming into the knife game might have to wait 3 years, 4 years to get a Case Barlow. I don't get the logic in that, because it's one of the first knives somebody wants in a traditional pattern.
Yeah, I think it's something that I don't know if they're just trying to go off of, the Disney company was the first one that they did that with a lot of their videos and stuff. If you remember, it was like, this is your last chance to get Peter Pan before it goes back into the vault, and then they release it again like 7 or 8 years later. So it might be something like that. GEC does the same thing. They'll run knives, and then you won't see that pattern again for 3 or 4 years, and then they'll bring it back out, maybe with different covers and stuff.
But GEC is a small firm, a tiny wee firm compared to. They just haven't got the manpower to keep sort of 2 or 3 running.
And even when you look at a company like Case, for them to put out a vault pattern, then they're going to have to tool up and have the machinery up for that pattern for a certain amount of time, and they're still making all their other knives, that they make. So it's from a manufacturing kind of standpoint, it's different. They're only going to make so many of those, and then I would imagine the patterns that came from the Vault series are patterns that didn't sell enough that they could still remain as a perennial model, that they have. So
RJ, you're being too rational. We're mad at the Barlow.
I think that you guys over in the UK just have a special attachment to the Barlow that the Americans don't.
I actually agree with Patty. I think it's one that would sell well enough. They should probably have it.
Yeah, I mean, the Stockman, another good seller. It's there all the time, but you just can't get the Barlow, and I don't follow it. Even for Europe.
I agree with you that I wish the Barlow was out all the time. That makes sense to me more than some of the other patterns that are still there. But sales are sales. It just depends on what they decide.
I mean, they could just completely do away with the trappers and just sell Barlows. That'd be fantastic.
Matt, I'm going to agree with you, Matt. I'm going to go with that.
Thank you.
It's been nice seeing you, Matt. I'll go ahead and log you off now.
Shy bellies, I suppose another one could go.
Yeah. God, here we go.
Well, he stopped them all now. He stopped them.
No, that was in the back, that one, John. That wasn't in the front.
Just wait till the bayonet gets here.
Did you have a knife to show, John? I thought you did.
Yeah, the Trapper. Just showing my love for the Trapper today.
There you go.
Beautiful shield on there.
How do we remove someone from the talk box? Because Stuart is saying some really horrible things.
I think that is awesome,
no.
Stuart. I think that
I'll agree with that. The Spayblade Barlow is a beautiful knife.
How do you remove the host from the stream?
Oh, that's bad.
Gonna have to host my own stream now.
Have you ever seen a Barlow with a Spayblade on it?
No, I don't want to either.
No, I haven't.
It's fantastic looking. Really, genuinely fantastic.
Do you have one, Stephen?
I don't. It's one that I want. Oh, no, that's a lie. Actually, that is a complete and utter lie. I just happen to have one.
Oh, nice.
If Case were to make that permanently, I'd want them to keep it in the vault.
Yeah,
It's not
permanently
a
in the-
Barlow, but it's the most beautiful single blade spay.
that doesn't
Look at
say it
that.
doesn't work.
Beautiful spay.
Not Barlow. What are you talking about?
I said it's not a Barlow, but it's very close.
It's a trapper handle.
Yeah, but it's a
It's a
spay
trapper.
blade.
It's neither a Barlow nor a blade that goes on a Barlow.
There, oh, it is definitely. They have done GEC as well. Have done a spay Barlow.
Ah.
And it really is one of the nicest I've ever seen.
Well, the thing is, I only owned one of them. I'm not really following GEC as closely as you.
Could I hardly follow them at all? No, I haven't. Well, I would love to follow them, but
I mean,
sure
when they're
I've-
online for 5 seconds and then I go to try to buy it, it's gone.
I'm at
gone,
my
gone.
limit now. I'm quite happy with what I've got. I might change the odd one, but I'm actually getting into case. There's a strange thing. I'm actually looking at more case knives now. Since I've had them last two that have been beautiful. That what do you call that weird one? I can never remember the name of this one. I just think this is just a gorgeous knife.
The Rust Lock.
I
Pterodactyl.
love this
Big
knife.
jukebox.
I really do love it. That and the big long copper lock are the
I'm
copper
longing
head.
to see you close that one-handed.
Huh?
I'm
He wants
longing
to
to see you
close
close
it.
it one-handed.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, there you go. I was just getting it open. It's very easy.
Lucky it didn't have a spay blade.
It's very easy. It's easier to close than it is to open.
Okay.
Because opening, you're doing it there, and then if you hit that too high, it flicks it out of your hand.
like
But
you
that-
just did. Yeah.
All right.
That's perfect there. I love them too, but the quality on them, honestly, the quality is the thing with the case. I mean, when you get a good one, you're encouraged to get another one.
Yes. I totally agree with that. You know, I have to tell you, I mean, and it goes back when John, had me on his interview show. I mean, I love case knives. I get more excited when I buy a case knife and unwrap it and stuff than really any other brand of knife. It just, they make me happy. So it's,
I'm appreciating them more, and the fact that they're sort of half the price that a GEC is now. Then GECs are going up in price as well, and they're worth it. They are worth it, but my budget's not that worth it.
I think the difference also, for me is that I don't have a GEC. It's hard to get a GEC unless you want to buy it on the secondary. I like it that I can look at the case knives that are out there and like say I wanted to get a Rust Lock or something like that. I know I can get a Rust Lock from several different places. They're not in short supply. I can get one when I'm ready to buy. I don't have to be standing by ready to go. All I have to do is just get whatever it is that I want to get, whatever cover combination or anything.
Yeah.
Patty needs a 47 Stockman. I agree with that, Zen. I like the 47 Stockman.
I'm sorely tempted to buy that 75 in the red bone. That's lovely.
Yeah,
That's nice.
I agree. I have one. It's
Matt
fantastic.
has it.
Yep.
Hey, can I make
really
an
big
announcement since we got Wee Judd in the talk box now?
Sure.
I need you to go back and understand why I'm showing this Smurf. Wee. You need to make sure you go back after the show's over and
So,
check out the
His
Smurf
mouth.
comments.
His mouth
Yeah.
kind of looks like a French moustache, the way you hold it like that.
He's grumpy. But there you have it.
Oh, well, Grumpy's the wee fat one.
You do.
What's going on? I don't like what Steven's doing.
Oh god.
Here, I'll bring it up full screen so you can
No.
show us all.
Oh, I'm not showing anything. I'm just looking for some,
Oh, you're just looking for something. Okay.
and I can't find it.
I'm judging
Oh,
you.
I got it now. I just want to show some Smurf poo because there's been a bit of a dispute over what Smurf poo looks like.
Okay. Here we go.
This is
Yeah.
what Smurf blue looks like. It's the perfect blue for a Smurf.
And is it collected from actual Smurfs?
Absolutely. It's armpit hair and grease from behind the ear.
Oh, ear jam, lovely.
It's not even the same
On
stuff.
Amazon, and you just have to type in Smurf poo.
The stuff Matt has comes in a little jar and it's white.
Yeah, I've got like liquid stuff.
Yeah, I heard about Matt.
Let's leave it at that and not talk any further about it.
Yeah.
RJ, how about we show some knives?
That sounds good. You have one to show?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Because
gonna-
I showed a Smurf.
So back on.
We don't want to have toys on here.
Knife snob over here.
It's because
I'm not a
Christmas
knife
time
snob.
isn't here.
I'm not a knife snob.
Yeah.
I'm just a snob. Back on the traveling sort of stuff. On more the topic of like going abroad, or if you're going on a plane, things like that, you just take a small little knife with you. I want to show this
any
one.
plane's knives
Yeah,
on a
you
plane.
can't take a knife on a plane.
I take a knife on a plane. I mean, I don't take a knife on a plane. You know, it goes in your carry-on, and you hide it somewhere.
He slips it. He slips it on by.
Yeah,
That's why he's slippy.
I told you they won't catch me. It's fine. But this is a little tiny one. It is the twisted tulip. I want to give a shout out to Randy as well, because he actually ordered me these scales, little jade scales for it. I think like just to take something small away with you. I think this one's really nice. It's got 14. I can't see without my glasses.
He's giving you a tulip, has he?
He's given me his tulip. Yeah.
28.
Wow.
14C28N, little tiny nice, probably about what is it, like 1.5 inch cutting edge.
Is that
Really
anything
nice.
like Rosebud?
Yeah, it's pretty similar to Rosebud. Yeah, I'd give you that. Really nice little blade. Other things like that, I generally take ones away that I'm not going to be too bothered if it got taken away. So, things that are easy to replace, like IMP 22, because it's easily readily available. It's a nice sort of cheap knife. You can get this for, I think it's $9.99 currently in the UK, and that's under 10 quid. I'd imagine it's probably even cheaper in the US to get one. Just a really nice knife to sort of take away that you're not going to be too bothered. Take a little steel with you as well, like this Victorinox thing, and it's going to last you ages. Plus, if it, they're easily replaceable, things like that. As well, nice little Stockman 8OT, the Chinese-made one, readily available. Something, not saying they're disposable, but it's not something you're going to lose and be mad that it's gone. It's not like you're going to take, I don't know, if you take away a 301 Stockman, I'd be pissed if someone took this off me, but if I lost this, you just go and get another one. They're cheap enough to get one. So there are a few sort of options I would take away. You guys feel the same about what knives you take abroad? Like, you take something cheaper if you're going away. That it doesn't matter if it gets taken.
Yeah, Johnson's has a good
Yeah.
point here. Is he needs to be small enough to hide in the cheeks.
Correct. Yeah, which is why.
This is not Maddie's show. We don't talk about prison pockets on here. So,
Oh goodness!
you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
It's a slippery slope.
Judge
this show.
kind of digging me saying I can't take it on a carry-on.
That's
Yeah,
what they
kind
say.
of mad.
That's a slippery slope. That's for sure.
Where do you put your strap?
Where else do you think you put it? Why is it in a bag? It's in a bag for a reason.
Oh,
My
Judd,
goodness.
nothing's illegal unless you get caught. It's fine.
That's right. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Okay, so
Well, this is for my lovely little tight cheeks. Look at this. This is where I'll take them.
Stephen, you were in the Navy. They ain't tight.
oh my
Yeah.
goodness! Oh,
I think we're
Downhill.
cancelled now. Is that right?
well, going back to multi-tools.
RJ just completely saving the show and just
That's
telling
right.
us-
That's known as a segue, Matt. You pivot from there.
Quick, we need a cutaway.
What about the old electrician's knife? This is a great example. You got the bail. Nice. This is a Colonial. You got the nice, lovely drop point or spear point type blade. This one is Exolite, and then of course you get the nice screwdriver wire cutter. So these are handy to have for just such emergencies. You never know what you're going to be messing around with, but definitely gives you enough tools to just mess around with while you're on vacation. If you really feel like you want to try to fix something.
Yeah, I like taking multi-tools away with me, even if it's like a sack or like a small Leatherman or even like a cheaper one. It's nice to have that sort of option.
Yep. Hey, Jeroen, I see you're there. Right on. Yep, the TL29. Another good one here. I'll bring myself back up into frame is the good old camp knife or scout knife. This is the GI Jack. This is the Marbles reproduction. So these are nice and handy. So you get a nice big slip joint there, and it's got the Marbles etch on it. I'll turn it around so you can see it. But then you get the can opener, you get the cap lifter, screwdriver, and of course you get the awl or punch, which is nice to have too. The OEM for that one, Ken, is Colonial for that Exolite. I also have an Exolite that was made by Camillus. So Exolite used a couple of different OEMs for that.
Have any of you ever tried, the new flashlight that Olight brought out? I think it was probably the end of last year, that it's got the little pointer on it, the laser.
I don't have one of those.
Don't have that.
Never had one. Yeah. I just wondered what they're like. Are they worth that sort of money? I don't think they're over dear, but I just wondered what they're like. They look good, and I fancy having the laser just for annoying my dog.
I like Olights, and I carry Olight flashlights every day.
I have a lot of Olight.
That was one of the things that I was bringing out was on my my typical keychain carry. I'll have a little Olight flashlight. I got a classic SD on here and one of those little titanium toothpicks, which are just for fun. And whenever party tray or hors d'oeuvre tray shows up, those are good. But then on this one, I have the same kind of thing with the toothpick, another little Olight. This is their little rechargeable one. But then I have the Rambler on this one, which the Rambler is super cool, especially for this one tool, which is the cap lifter. You get a little small Phillips up here. It's a little wire bender here, but this little blade is definitely
they have that on the Mini Champ as well. I use that a lot on the Mini Champ, that little tiny screwdriver thing.
Yeah, really it's really cool. Yep, and then I always carry this Olight. This is the SR2 or S2R baton, and this guy's seen a lot of miles.
You can see it's got the carry damage on it. It's got the wear at the bottom for proof.
yeah. I carry that every day at work because I use a flashlight all the time because I am blind and I do have to look into dark spaces a lot to see what the heck's going on in a lot of these machines. Open up the toothpick. Okay, I can do that. So on one of these guys here, it just unscrews out of the end, and then you screw it back into the body. And there you go. Now you're ready for All right.
That's a prison shank.
It's definitely- I was just thinking how illegal that would be in the UK.
That's a get off me poker.
Well, of course, the thing is that it would be hard to deploy in a kind of any kind of tactical situation.
Well, can we
because
have
you'd be
like a real life?
You'd be
Can
like,
we have
hold
a
on a
real life
second, hold on a second.
demonstration?
I
I want to see how
unscrew this.
quick you can deploy it. Put it back together, and then we'll
Okay.
Or
time
yeah,
you.
you just have to become more aggressive. Do it first, then fight.
Okay, so
Right, hang
are you
on.
ready to time
Let
me?
me get
now?
my timer ready. Hang on.
Okay, tell me when to go.
Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay,
Bearing in mind you're being kicked and stabbed at this point.
right, exactly. Okay,
9.6 seconds.
there you go. I'm sure somebody can beat me on that, but yeah, they're fun. Not legal in any country, probably. Jeroen says.
We're definitely not over here.
How
Why
many
would this-
times do you need a wee something just to get in behind something to get out a washer or a wee
Well-
screw? Just
All the time.
I deal with machines that jam paper and stuff, and a lot of times they get down to these little wee crevices that you
Yeah.
need to get into. So it's helpful for that. Also, one time at my daughter's house, she had a whole platter out that had like cheese cubes and all this
Oh,
other stuff.
perfect.
And yeah, I pulled that out, and everybody's looking at me like I'm some kind of psychopath, but it was fun. They're like, "What are you doing? Watch this."
Yeah, I'm
Eating
not
hors
using
d'oeuvres.
my hands like an animal. That's what I'm doing.
Exactly. That's what you have to do is bring some civilization to the whole deal.
We don't bring any civilization.
We bring the fall of civilization. How's that?
Yeah, I was showing this. There's the tool you want quickly. That doesn't take any time at all.
Yeah, that or the
I hit the
all-one
wrong
back-
button, John.
quite good for that as well. That or this.
You muted me.
I did. I missed. Sorry.
Kidding. Here you go.
You're good. You're
Yeah. There's your
I
defense. tool.
actually think you would hurt yourself badly using one of them.
You do. You want to? Let's do a test run. We'll find out. You're
Yeah.
my subject.
Let me
Can
punch
I
you in.
punch first?
You can swing first.
I'll do.
Sorry.
I'm a
Sorry.
dodger.
Sorry, Jeroen.
Got those kung fu moves from the 80s.
That's right. We got the Jackie Chan and the other stuff for sure.
Can you see the two of us? But you pay for that.
Oh, I'd watch it.
What we needed was some disco music playing in the background. To
Yeah.
watch both of you guys. That would have been good.
Kung fu fighting.
But you've got to be wearing 70s flares as one of them shirts, you know, with a big V cut.
That was my runaway stance because my legs don't work anymore.
Oh. You're a stationary object, aren't you? Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
Yeah.
you guys.
Jeroen says Kung Fu is from the 70s. Even now, how do I know that? Because you're probably there like the rest of us,
old.
except Matt.
From 70 kids.
Oh, Matt's pretending not to be old.
Exactly.
I'm mentally old.
You're right in
The
that.
70s, when men were men and sheep were scared.
Should you do the modern channel or should you do the slip joint?
I'm
And
right
you
in that
decided
sort
to
of
go with the
weird
slip
sort of.
joint. So that
Yeah.
makes you on the old side of 32.
Yeah. I'm an old 32.
I don't even remember being 32. So there's that.
Oh, no.
I'd not long come out of a mental hospital.
What, 32 or just now?
That's all right.
Oh, we didn't.
Actually,
I was going to get after that for a while. Don't worry. There's been a few.
we get Patty on the weekend release program. Is how it is, Matt.
Patty's already forgotten about the knife he's supposed to send me, so don't worry.
Oh God, I put it away.
Oh,
It'll be worth the wait.
yeah.
Not really. Not really, but I'll pick it up. You'll be too kind to say anything bad.
Wrong, too kind? No.
Yeah. It touches both sides at different places.
Oh, no.
Well, Red Leaf Rimfire,
Oh.
all I can tell you is that if you think everything hurts now, wait, it gets
You've got a lot worse to come.
as my best friend's dad told me when we were teenagers that getting old is not for sissies.
No. That's a great line.
So there you go. He said, "You boys will appreciate this later." He also gave us the great advice: is if you get married and you buy a 4-wheel drive truck, you'll never wonder where your money goes.
Or
It took a long time for me to appreciate those words too.
Yeah. Or you get like me, you just give up and buy a Hyundai.
Oh, there you go.
Because it's comfortable.
Patty's in the springtime of
It's
his
easy to
senility.
get into.
Mike
What was that
Curtis.
like?
Mike Curtis, you youngster, you
man.
youngster, you. How dare you only be turning 56?
Yeah,
My
Mike's
goodness
still a toddler.
gracious. Telling you. Well, good on
So-
you. Happy early birthday then for you, because we won't be live next Thursday, but we'll go ahead and get our happy birthday wishes into you, and I hope you get a new knife. That'll be a great
Come on, it's
present.
Mike. He's obviously getting a new knife.
For
Yeah,
himself.
'cause-
No, yeah, at least, right?
Yeah, if nothing else, get your own gift and get another knife. Mike, he's been collecting a long time, a lot longer than I have. You know, since
Yeah,
he's
40
gotten
years,
that.
I think he said he's been collecting for.
How
Long
many
time.
case times do you say you had, Mike? Over 500?
Yeah, I think he's got that. He's got over 900
Over 900.
overall in his collection.
The trouble is, if I'd have started knife collecting back then, I wouldn't have been able to do any other hobbies. I wouldn't have been able to play golf. I wouldn't have been able to fly fish. I've been obsessed with these stupid knives as I am now. I've no room for another hobby now.
I definitely don't have room for another hobby. No chance.
Cycling.
That's not so much as a hobby. That's me trying
Have
to
you,
get
have
fit.
you done that camel challenge yet?
And it starts the 1st of next month. I'm sort of practicing for it now.
Did you do that in stages, or is that just gonna be one long race?
Oh no, there's no way we'll be able to cycle 100 miles at once. I will literally pass away and die. There's no chance of that. No, it's I got to do 100 miles over the course of a month. I'm raising money for Prostate Cancer UK.
A month? Are you walking with a bike?
Stephen, do you want to do 100 miles in a month?
I couldn't do 100 meters, but I wouldn't have entered in for it.
I am very unfit. So this is why it's going to be a challenge.
Hey, mate, it's for charity. You'll get a sponsor from me, definitely. Have you got a sponsor for him, or
Yeah,
you just send you cash?
I'll put it up on my channel a bit closer to the time. I'll also put it back in the
Okay.
Discord. If anyone wants to
Yeah.
donate, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
It's for a good cause. I know a couple of people that have suffered with it and survived. My father being one of them, he was a survivor from it. One of the reasons why.
What is it again?
What's that?
What is it again, Matt? The charity?
It's for Prostate Cancer UK.
Yeah.
So it's for
Yeah.
a good cause. Something that I think it's one of the biggest killers for gents in the UK is prostate cancer.
That's
But yeah, it'd be a good thing to do. I'm looking forward
Yeah,
to doing it. I've been doing practicing. I've been getting up to been doing 10-mile distance. I did a 10-mile cycle this morning, and then afterwards I slept for 4 hours. So
yeah, Judd has just gone through that, so that's very apt. It would be nice to give something back for, the service that for what it'd be nice to give back for what he went through as well. So it was nice, and he was very lucky. He got it early and got
yeah, my father was as
great
well.
results. His couldn't have gone any better as far as results goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my father had
Very
two
tiny.
operations and he's cured of it now. He's
Yeah.
on remission. He's just got to have the tests every year to check he's all
Yeah.
okay, which is good. I'm really happy about. But I just think this is the right sort of thing for me to do. It feels nice to be able to give something back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
do my part.
absolutely.
It's very scary when that letter is mentioned at the beginning of any medical word. It's just
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like the day we found out, he was devastated. Like it was an awful week. But
of course.
thankfully, he's through it and stuff now. But any sort of illness, really, anything with that C word on it.
Yeah.
If anyone can raise money for it, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a good chance somebody in your family is going to get it if they haven't had it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a
Marvin
more positive
Norton.
note, you've got a new enlisted member, RJ. Marvin Norton has just signed up to the
Oh.
regiment.
Thank you, Marvin. Thank you for becoming part of the regiment. And all the guys that are part of the regiment this week, watch your video inboxes because we'll be doing another regimental giveaway this week. So there'll be a video coming out. We'll show that that knife that we got for our giveaway for this month in July. So that is fantastic. All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, we've hit the 2-hour mark and gone a little bit past that. I do have to go to work today, so we're gonna have to kind of wrap this up. Any last words from any of you before we close down the show?
Yeah, I just chucked my sponsor form in the comments. I hope that's all right.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
down there. If anyone can sponsor, it doesn't have to be a lot. Just the smallest donations really help. So
Yeah.
please and thank you.
That would be awesome. And how about you, TK or Patty? You got anything you want to say?
No, I'm just happy everybody came along and watched and joined in. Thank you so much. And I enjoyed your company as well.
Yeah,
And
it's
thank you for having us on your show.
absolutely. It's I got to tell you, this is one of the most fun things I do all week is getting to hang out with you guys and the guys in the chat box. All of our friends here. It's just a really nice gathering of like-minded folks, and it makes it a lot of fun. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Give a shout out to Singing Toad. Congratulate him for getting to 1,000.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
500.
Yep, that's quite a milestone, and that's awesome.
Hopefully, we helped him along the way there. So
For sure.
great guy, great channel. And just want to say thank you to everybody for coming in today. And we kind of have our regulars that are coming in. Seems like we're kind of getting into almost like got like some regulars coming every week. So it's good to see
Yeah.
some new faces too, though. We had some new ones, so. But appreciate everybody coming in. And I thought maybe before we leave, if you could throw up that Discord link one more time, Slippy.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
done.
for sure.
give everybody the opportunity to come and join myself and other members. We have a sanitarium Discord.
It's really growing now. There's quite a few members
There's
in
a
there
lot.
now.
There's a lot of
And it's
people.
it's very active. I have to mute it sometimes with how active it is. I'm not gonna lie.
Depending on the day and the topic, it can get kind of crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
So
But
yeah, come
definitely
join
check
us.
it out. There's loads of stuff in there. We share like knives we've bought, things like that. People that don't have channels can share stuff in there. If they don't want to have a YouTube channel, it's great. But
Yeah.
there's loads of people in there, loads of advice. Just a nice place to be.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right. Well, then I guess
I'm
that
trying.
you're trying. You're
Just
still
join in. I'm just not very good at this texty things.
It's okay.
You
You
do
don't
all
have-
right.
You're texty enough for us, Patty.
Why do I feel like a 3-year-old when I'm in this blooming thing?
No comment.
All right, guys. Well,
Take
we'll
care,
see you.
everybody.
We'll definitely see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you
Take
guys.
care, guys.